Hey everybody, this is a quick tutorial to show you how to navigate the VetDermPath Atlas and make sure that you get to enjoy all of the resources we have built into it. First off, I want to emphasize that we are sending you a link from the digital platform called Concentric, and that you're going to use that link for all future access to the Atlas. So even though this is our home page with a lot of information, you will not get to the actual Atlas from this page. You have to go to the link that we send you separately in the email. I recommend strongly that you bookmark that link and use it for all future access to the Atlas. So let's go to the Atlas itself. This is what it's going to look like when you go and follow the Concentric link. It's going to ask you to log in with the credentials that are found in the email we send you. Now, when you first log in, it's going to show that there are no repositories in your workspace. You have to go down to Shared with Me. We're going to share the DermPath Atlas with you and click on that button, and it's going to open up the Atlas for you. Now, on the left-hand side, just for ease of navigating, you may want to make this a little bigger so you can read the disease names. I'll collapse this first, and we can go through it. All diseases in the Atlas are categorized by region of the skin affected, and then by the type of histologic lesion that it is, so that you can intuitively find the disease that you're looking for. For example, diseases of the epidermis are going to be broken down into these categories. Diseases of the dermis, go down to tumors. So we've organized it in a way that hopefully makes sense. If we want to go look and see the mesenchymal tumors, we can go down and look at round cell tumors. We've got drop downs for all kinds of different lesions that are found in this atlas. So if we go down to plasmacytoma number 1, you click here, and this is going to pull up the slide for plasmacytoma number 1. So we're going to talk about navigating the slide in just a minute, but first I want you to see and be aware of this clipboard button down in the bottom right-hand corner. This button has a lot of really valuable information for you. I'm going to click this button, and on this button you find out all kinds of things about the case, including the type of animal, the breed, the species, the signalment. The contributors information is going to be here. So this slide was contributed by Dr. David Gardner from Animal Reference Pathology. As you scroll down here, there may be website links, or we may be linking to articles for some slides over time. We're going to be adding a lot more information in here. We're trying right now to have every case have an attached Word document with the key histologic features of this particular lesion. So we'll look at that in just a second. But that's going to be on, eventually it's going to be on every slide. It's not just yet, but a lot of them have this. And then as you go down, you can find all the individual annotations for the slide that we'll talk about in just a minute. So I think I'm going to go to, just for fun, we'll go to infectious granulomatous diseases, and I'll use this to show you how to navigate the slide itself. So I'm going to go to coccidioidomycosis, and on this slide, as I mentioned, we have in the metadata of this clipboard, we have the key histologic features of the condition. I'm going to click on that and show you what that looks like. Okay, so it's going to pop the Word document down here. I'll drag it from my other screen. So when you click on that key histologic features button, you're going to have a Word document where we bullet point the most important features of this particular condition, trying to make it as easy as possible and try to summarize the information you need to learn about the condition for each of these slides. So that'll be really handy for you. We're also trying to add links and references that we use to compile the bullet points. So let's talk about navigating the slide. Navigating the slide is really, really easy and intuitive. You just click and drag. This Concentric platform has what I think is the smoothest and most enjoyable user experience that I've had for navigating a digital pathology slide. You can use the little scroll button on your mouse for moving around. It goes really smoothly, or if you don't have a scroll button, you can zoom in, zoom out using these magnifying buttons up at the top. Okay, So we can scroll around, we can look at this, we can we're going to go and look at this box here. Anytime you see a green box or an arrow or a circle, if you click on that, you're going to find the annotation comments that we have put for that particular box. So we'll go look at a few of those right now. Let's scroll around over to this one. This green circle has some annotation comments. This box has some nice organisms in it with, again, additional comments about them. If I wanted to go up top and make this a full screen slide, I could click this full screen button, and it's going to make my entire screen a slide, which is a really nice user experience. And I can press escape to get out of that. If I really wanted to rotate the slide and get things oriented differently, you can click on this toggle rotation wheel button, and that allows you to orient it in any way that you want. Okay, you can adjust the brightness, the contrast, and the color by this filter settings button. You can take pictures really easily, and this is going to be, I think, nice for residents studying who want to put together either a study guide or possibly, a PowerPoint or something some sort of rounds presentation. Just go to the area that you want to look at, come up here to this camera button and click the button. It's going to pop the picture down here in your downloads, and there you go. You have the snapshot of the area you looked at. You could also just scroll over here and right click, and it pulls the camera button up, and you can take a picture there as well. Okay, so another thing that you might want to do is look at multiple slides at the same time. So for example, if you wanted to compare the morphology of multiple fungal organisms at the same time, you could go up to this button here and add a new viewer. So let's compare Coccidioidomycosis to Prototheca and see what they look like as compared to each other. So we have some Prototheca organisms. Let's add another viewer, and let's just keep looking at fungal organisms. And let's say Cryptococcus. We're going to compare it to Cryptococcus as well. Let's zoom in and get a good comparison to what Cryptococcus organisms are going to appear like compared to Coccidioidomycosis and Prototheca. There we go. So we can zoom in on each one of these really easily. We can navigate them, move around while they're on the same screen. Might be a helpful feature for you. And the last thing I want to show you is how you can search the atlas. So if you can't find the condition you're looking for, or if you want to go straight to a specific one, just come up to the top and type in the condition you're looking for. It's going to put all the folders that have that particular condition in it. So for example, fibroadnexal hamartomas are found here, and I can go straight and look at multiple fibroadnexal hamartomas at the same time. Okay, that is it. I hope you guys enjoy the atlas, and please feel free to contact us if you have any questions at all.